Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The long estranged Thackeray cousins, Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, have formally announced a political alliance ahead of the upcoming BMC elections on 15th of January. The announcement was made at a joint press conference addressed by both the leaders. Uddhav said that two parties had come together with the intent to remain united. Raj Thackeray has vowed Mumbai will get a Marathi mayor, adding that the mayor would come from the Shiv Sena MNS alliance. Uddhav Thackeray has also urged the Marathi community to stay united, alleging that the BJP earlier made attempts to sow discord within the community. Well, the atmosphere is getting heated up in Maharashtra. Civic body polls taking place in several parts of the state, but very important and taking center stage is the BMC elections, the elections of a mayor in Mumbai. Let's start off our conversation. I am being joined by Advocate Manasvi Thapar. Advocate Thapar, a lot of changes are being seen. The Mahayuti and the Mahavikas Aghadi seems to be disintegrating, whether it is the NCP, where Sharad Pawar faction and his nephew Ajit Pawar seem to be closing in to fight the elections in the Pune Municipal Corporation elections, or for that matter the drama that is playing out in Maharashtra, in Mumbai particularly, where Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray have come back together. They have announced an official alliance. BJP at this point of time looking at the situation, sitting and observing what happens. And how do you think this is going to play out in terms of the political spectrum? The elections haven't happened for the BMC since 2022.
So the most interesting part is part of the BMC is in the last 2017 election. Shiv Sena, the United, the only Shiv Sena at that particular relevant time, had clocked around 14 lakhs 46,000 votes, while BJP was very close to 14 lakhs votes. And the other political party which was closer was Congress. And MNS itself had around 8% vote share, around 4 lakh votes. So together, if the Marathi vote bank becomes a consolidated vote bank, this alliance could have a chance. But having said that, the biggest caveat to this would be the drive of the BJP, the lack of coordination in other political parties, be it Congress, NCP, broken NCP or broken Shiv Sena or MNS, the management is not there. So BJP is in the strong leadership at the center. At the state, they are very strong, very consolidated, and they have a very good cadre base in Mumbai, better than Uddhav's Shiv Sena and better than MNS. So all these things are going to be there. The only positive factor for this alliance would be that two brothers coming together becomes a news headline. Apart from that, converting that news headline into a consolidating vote share is a tough nut to crack. So overall, it's not a political drama, as you said. I feel it's a political compulsion. It's a political need for the survival in politics. And that is what has led the two brothers to come together. And this may come out well for them. But having said that, the things, because BJP is very strong. Had it been the case, BJP would have had the chief minister, Congress would have had the chief minister, and Congress would have been in power in the state. Then they could have a chance. But BJP is a very oiled, well-oiled political party. So standing a chance against BJP because of the machinery which BJP is, I feel it will not make a dent in BMC.
Rajalakshmi Joshi, do you think the BMC elections, where Shiv Sena has not lost an election even once, except for one small stint where Congress came to power, is going to be a reflection of the assembly elections that have taken place in Maharashtra in 2024?
Hello, Megha. Good to be on your show again. Yes, I see that it will be a reflection of the assembly polls. In fact, I think that the Shiv Sena of the Uddhav Thackeray faction and MNS put together will actually have an even worse performance than what they had in the assembly. because to tell you the truth, now what had happened is in the assembly elections, if you remember that the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena was actually contesting along with the Congress and the NCP of Sharad Pawar. So then at that time, the 10 seats that they have won, out of that 6 seats were in Muslim dominated areas, which I don't think that they will be able to perform as well now, considering if say Mr. Raj Thackeray is there as a part of the alliance, and considering Congress out of the picture, and we don't know what NCP is going to do, the Sharad Pawar faction. So after all of that, I don't think that the UBT will be able to perform as well as they did in the assembly, because at that time there were if you split the the seats there, because at that time the assembly seat, now if you split it, it will be some 5 or 6 constituencies. So there, at that time what had happened is in the Muslim dominated areas, these UBT contestants had done extremely well, and that is why they were able to win. But this time what will happen is, within the 5 or 6 seats that they will be in each one of those 6 constituencies, I don't think that they will be able to win more than one each. So then
Okay.
you can see, so in that way they will fare much worse than they did in the assembly elections. And
Okay, all right.
also,
All right, yeah, it's
you
a
know,
wait and watch game. Again, at this point of time, a precedent that has been set and for a long standing time for this by the Shiv Sena, now the Uddhav Thackeray faction. The Shiv Sena has been bifurcated since then. There is the Uddhav Thackeray faction and then there is the Shinde faction. Again, the big question arises, this is a prestige battle most of all. Which is the original political party, the Shiv Sena, which is the real Shiv Sena, is the question. Talking about the identity of the Thackerays, where the assembly elections have been won by the Shiv Sena Shinde faction, does that same sentiment hold ground even in the civic body elections is the question. Because Advocate Thapar here, when I talk about the prestige battle, the election of the mayor at the BMC he or she is a nominal figure, because all the powers are vested in a municipal commissioner who is appointed by the Maharashtra government. So do you think this is an exercise to save face? And talking about the Marathi identity, talking about the Hindutva pitch by the BJP, and also about the Congress stepping out, keeping its distance and fighting it alone, saying that we are going to fight the elections alone and we are going to talk about our identity, our ideology, which is secularism and in some way also Muslim appeasement.
I think this BMC election is very critical in terms of ideological war. One, there are two Hindu parties, or we could say two Hindu parties and the offsprings of those parties, Shiv Sena and BJP predominantly, and Congress coming from a secular left ideology and safeguarding the secular identity of our country. And predominantly we could say that Muslim based party. So what will happen here is, this is a very interesting election when this will conclude, because where will the Hindus vote? Where will the Marathi Manus vote? This is where the testing times for both the future of the brothers and of BJP will be decided in BMC. Where is the current understanding going there? And with this, what happens here is, for the first time, the Shiv Sena and the MNS is not going to split the votes. For the first time, the Marathi vote bank plank is going to be consistent, and the voters will get a sentiment that this time the only thing, the line of division or the line of vote plank would be Marathi unity and Marathi mayor, and that's the only plank which the brothers would have. And on this alone, can they win election? This is something which is very interesting for me.
Yeah.
Apart from that, BJP has the chief minister, BJP has prime minister, BJP has their own developmental agenda. BJP is a Hindu strong political party, the largest political party of the country, and also Maharashtra have a very strong cadre base and have developmental projects in line. So these are the planks of BJP. The only plank which comes out from the brothers is that Marathi mayor, Marathi unity, Marathi voters should get a Marathi mayor, and outsiders should not be given Marathi
Yeah.
space. So this is what their plank is. So will the voters actually convert for a Marathi base or a developmental base? So this is going to be very interesting. But I don't feel that Congress would have a stand or a chance here as of now, apart from getting some pockets of votes for Muslims. So they may consolidate the Muslim vote bank, may help the brothers in forming the mayor level. But I don't feel apart from that they have any role in this.
Okay.
This is going to be a strong battle between BJP and the brothers.
Okay. All right. Rajalakshmi, again talking about, I am going to shift my focus from the BMC elections to the Pune civic body elections as well, because there are developments taking place at that end, where Ajit Pawar is being touted to join his uncle Sharad Pawar. And how does this work? This is contradictions of sorts, keeping in mind that he is part of Mahayuti. He is the deputy chief minister under the alliance that was built between the BJP, the Shiv Sena, Shinde faction and the NCP that is led by Ajit Pawar. Now, do you think while on one end, when it comes to local body elections or smaller elections, there can be shifting of stance and shifting of ideology and shifting of alliances and allegiances, but when it comes to the state level elections, it's a different ball game, and when it comes to national level elections, it's the permutations and combinations change.
That's a very interesting take, Megha. So, now let me just give you an example. In Maharashtra, there are some other municipal corporations also that will be going for elections. For example, the Thane Municipal Corporation. Now, even in the BMC, I think, in 2017, when there was this election, what had happened is the BJP and the Shiv Sena, they were in alliance at the state level and even at the center. But then at the municipal corporation levels, they were fighting it separately. Because very frankly, people don't get space. The Karyakartas, they want to be able to contest and be able to get a chance to represent the people. But then if it is alliances, then, there is a huge tussle about the seat sharing. Now, what Mr. Ajit Pawar and in fact Supriya Sule today in her press conference also has said is that this kind of an arrangement between Mr. Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar is going to be only for the Pune Municipal Corporation. So she is saying that as of now, this is only limited to this, and this is not going to be affecting any other alliances within the state or outside or at a national level. So I think that what they are trying to do is they are probably trying to keep their door open to be able to be a part of the alliance in the with the BJP, but at the same time they want to test the waters. Now in the Mumbai also, if you have heard that Mr. Amit Satam, he has very categorically said that they will not be in an alliance with the NCP if Mr. Nawab Malik is a part of the NCP faction there. So that is how things stand.
Okay.
So in
all right. Let me also get in my reporter and Shahid Ansari.